What's up, friends? We are here back at the lab after Formula Drift St. Louis. We had some epic results getting another win with James Dean, and we made some mistakes, and Ben suffered from it. We're gonna get into it all. Let's do it.
Third win of the year, James Machine Dean from
So I was not at Formula Drift St. Louis. I'm only competing in Atlanta and Long Beach. And the reason for that is so I can have more time and balance my life a little bit. So this weekend I went to our cabins in West Virginia for some fun in the Hatfield-McCoy Trails. I stopped at Eagle ATV Rentals, which is a Destination Yamaha experience center. And they were very kind enough to let me borrow an RMAX 1000 and a YXZ 1000 that I could have an absolute blast and experience the new technologies that Yamaha has in their vehicles. I have a 2016 YXZ 1000, and I'm not gonna get no full review, but let me just tell you, 2024 YXZ 1000 is insane. They improved everything that I really didn't love about mine, and it has a full automatic to make it super intuitive for anybody to drive it, so you don't have to shift if you don't want. But we had a blast driving through towns. I didn't bring a whole crew, so I don't have a ton of footage, but we'll put some POV ripping in for you guys to check it out. Now, on to Formula Drift. What happened? What went down? So, starting out with Ben, I knew this was gonna be a breakout weekend for Ben. I've been talking with him. I can see it in him. I can hear it in him. The mental studying he's doing, the progression I've seen out of him every time he gets behind the wheel of his Mustang. All the motions were right, spending time on the sim and doing the thing. So on Thursday's practice, he had some serious struggles going into competition. Prior to this round, we put James's clutch setup in this car. So in New Jersey, working with our partners at Comp One, we've been evolving the clutches because as we put more power, more grip down, the clutches need to be serious. So not that we had slipping problems, but last year we had wear problems. So we fixed the wear problems and then we evolved to heavier pressure plates and other things. So in Jersey, we tested it in James' car, it was flawless. So we put it in Ben's car going into St. Louis. When he got to practice, during lead runs, everything would be fine. During chase runs, he started having issues where the clutch was sticking to the bottom of the floor. So diagnosed quite a few things. You'll notice in his last run, when he won his seating battle, he had to be towed off. And so what happened is the clutch slave exploded. So obviously there was a lot of frustration. Everyone's like, oh, brand new clutch, what could be wrong? We've not seen this before. Is there dirt in the lines holding it back? What is it, right? There was a lot of assumptions, and I've chatted with Bobby, who's our team lead for all the techs out there. And I was chatting with him through it and just kind of understanding what's going on. The bottom line is we made a mistake. Here in the shop, we made a mistake. When we changed over his clutch, previously, the clutch didn't have any kind of stop on it because it barely had enough throw to fully disengage or had just the right amount, so it didn't need a stop. Well, this new clutch needs a very minor stop, and that communication did not get transferred in between. So, we have engineers, technical director, and then we have obviously mechanics. And so our mechanics installed the parts, did their job right. It was never communicated to them to put a stop on. That being said, Obviously I'm pissed about it. Obviously Ben's pissed about it, and he should be, because it was a massive oversight. But mistakes happen, whether you're a driver, whether you're a team, these things can happen, and it's all about mitigating them the best that you can, but it happened. And so, behind the scenes as well, we've had a lot of changes internally at the shop. There's been a lot of changes of process and order. You heard me talk a couple of videos ago about kind of things just need to get back to where they were. And we've just been a little bit, I want to say, lagging on communication and just general following process. And so we've been making evolutions to get better. We've gotten better in a lot of places. Really proud of the team and the changes that have been made rapidly, but we did make a mistake. And so super unfortunate. It did not ruin Ben's weekend. It did not ruin Ben's Friday. In fact, it just showed us more of who Ben is, and the fact that he was only able to get a couple practice laps. He went out in a car that he didn't know if it was gonna do the same thing, and he drove amazing and earned his way into the top 32. So obviously, I'm someone that looks at the bright side of it, and in every moment there's things to be learned. So we learned a lot about our driver in that situation, and we also learned a lot, we learned about our team, in that we have some more work to do on how we're sharing information. There's a benefit to having two cars. You can try different things, but if the information doesn't get passed completely and holistically, you leave room for error and make a mistake. So what was happening was, without the throttle stop, we were overthrowing the hydraulic bearing, and the bearing would get stuck past this little lip on it, and ultimately, it ended up completely failing at the end of the seating battle. Fortunately, it happened then. We got lucky, but I don't play this game to get lucky, because frankly, I don't really fully believe in luck. We're gonna debrief on that, figure out what happened, find out where the breakdown of communication is. Every mistake is an opportunity for learning. It's what I live by. It's what I tell my kids, and it's frankly what our team will know. So, going into top 32, Ben's car was 100%. Brand new clutch stop, all new lines, everything cleaned up, brand new transmission. And in his battle with Adam for the first run, when Adam got into the wall, and he blew fourth gear. So got back to the pits, they geared the car for third gear, blew third gear. Then it went to one more time. So then they geared the car for second gear, because there wasn't enough time to change the transmission, and the car couldn't pull the gearing with just two gears. So he had to shut it down, and it was obviously massively gutting for our team, for Ben. He just got the monkey off his back. He was on fire, basically was handed the win from Adam, and we couldn't take advantage of it because our transmission broke. And now I want to tell you, these things are bulletproof. Something happened during assembly. Something freak is wrong with it. We haven't got it. The car just got back, just got cleaned up, and now it's in the shop. So that'll be coming apart tomorrow to find out what happened. We don't have failures with these gearboxes, and especially this one being freshly rebuilt by the suppliers that we always use. So we believe something happened, something got missed. So we're gonna figure that out. But is what it is. Ben was knocked out, top 32. But we did see, and many of you saw, the Ben that we know, and we believe that he's connected with the car, he's connected with his brain, he's got his confidence, and we're gonna see more of that this year. Let's head over here to James' car. Don't mind my hot rod. Just hanging out, sitting pretty, waiting for Irwindale. So James' car, what a freaking machine James is. He had some amazing battles. I just got off the trails. I was on the side of the road watching Ben, and then got back in the evening, and me and the whole crew were watching the rest of the weekend go down. And it was just amazing to watch James. I mean, he made it look easy. Beating my boy up, beating our car up like a punching bag, marks, but had some epic battles. I mean, he went against his Irish bro. He went against Manoa in the finals, a 14-year-old. I mean, what is going on right now? Him and Shanahan's battle was epic. I knew it was gonna be. They went to one more time. And then, jumping right to the finals with Manoah, like, are you kidding me? I mean, I saw this kid 2 years ago at Irwindale come up to James. James is his idol. And frankly, the kid who had he came up, and I've seen his parents around. They've been around for a long time. They both drift. And he had zero interest in me. He just wanted to talk to James. And, it's just his idol. Like, he was just nervous talking to him. And now he's freaking battling him. Not just battling him, but turning it on. Basically, my vote was it was either gonna be a one more time or it was gonna be James. And, James just put on a clinic. His lead run was perfect. His chase was overly aggressive from entry and nailed it. And so, but it's just amazing to think that a 14-year-old that has grown up on a simulator now has the ability to earn a battle and almost beat James Dean. I mean, that's just absurd. So very, very impressed by him, and very impressed and proud of our team working through some of the adversity that we had over the weekend. There's always challenges, and it is, let alone just keeping a car running, let alone keeping it on track. We are pushing these things to the limit. You've seen how many people blow motors this year. You've seen how many failures. And we had a couple things, catch up to us. Fortunately, we still believe that we have the right platform, the right components, but we let a little bit of process slip out. So we're gonna figure out what happened with the transmission. We're gonna figure out the breakdown of communication was inside of the team to allow Ben's car to show up, frankly, not ready, and we'll get better. And that's how we learn, that's how we progress, and that's how we stay on top, which is not getting comfortable and living in reality and not fooling ourselves and thinking that we're perfect, and figuring out the ways to continually evolve. So amazing results. Obviously, we're on one as a team. I mean, we've been on the podium. I want to say it's the last 11 or 12 out of 13 or 14 rounds. 3 wins this year, and on the podium every single round in Formula Drift. Not to mention a car that should not even have ran the first round ended up winning it. So not brags, just very proud of what we're accomplishing. And it's always good to remind ourselves, even when we make mistakes and things don't go our way, who we are and what we accomplished together. So we're gonna get to the drawing board, figure it all out, and get ready for Seattle, which once again, I will not be at, but I will be cheering the team on and looking for James and Ben to make some magic. This will be Ben's first time running this track, and James has obviously been there multiple times. So definitely believe that Ben could have gotten the podium in St. Louis if we were able to get him all his practice laps and he have a 100% car. So let's just take that mindset into St. Louis. Thank you, friends. Hope you enjoyed this. We'll see you soon. Oh, by the way, before I stop, new team shirts are available. I'm not wearing one, but they're available, and I know a lot of you have been asking. So go check them out, rtrvehicles.com, funadver.com, your choice. Have fun, friends. Much love. Woo!